Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the Nation Conversation. I'm your boy Champ. Got my bro Almighty Shoes in the building. What's happening with it, man?
Tough day, but what's going on?
Oh man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all see the shirt. My bro, he's a Canes fan. You know what I'm saying? Came up a little bit short last night. Uh, Before we get in that, make sure you want to catch us live next time. Make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe, and go live with you guys. But yeah, man, Canes came up a little bit short last night, man. What did you think about the game? Did y'all think y'all had it? What happened, man? Talk to me.
Overall, I thought it was a good championship game. First off, I thought it was a
Mm,
good game. It shows that the committee did get it right. So all who shouldn't be here, those were the two best teams in the country, and that's why they met in the championship. That I think that showed last night. First off, and so that's just from a college football fan.
yeah,
Nah, and but from coming from my side, Miami side, I felt like we played a good half of football.
mm,
First half, I think I don't know. I think, well, our defense was there all night. I'll say that.
yeah,
Offense didn't show up at all in the first half. That's just we pretty much just forfeited the first half on offense. But I give Indiana credit. They're a good team. Um, Probably the best team we played all year. Probably. Um, but yeah, we pretty much didn't do nothing on offense in the first half, and they caught up with us
yeah.
coming down the stretch. I mean, but even with all that being said, we still had a chance. A minute left in the game, minute 30 left in the game to still, we had a chance to win the game. But you know,
Carson
we
back
threw
with
that
another.
we threw that pick at the end, but
He threw a duck too.
yeah, you got to get that more up the field. I mean, I
Yeah.
feel like Carson coming down the stretch, the last, I say the last 8, 9 games, Carson has been playing crazy. I mean, he's only thrown 2 picks the last 7 games. I mean,
Mhm.
I can't really say, oh, Carson sold us because he been playing good. So,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
I mean, but of course he want that throwback, especially that one. Uh, you know,
Right.
but they disguised their cover two pretty good. The guy didn't have a flat defender, so he sunk like he was supposed to. A lot of people don't do that. And he got underneath it. He didn't think that he was gonna make the play, but he did. Uh,
Yeah.
but you know, but I guess that just comes from he being coached good. You know, uh, and I was just looking. I was like, all the guys that made plays for Indiana came from Miami.
Mm. I was
So
saying that too. It was the skill positions. It was a lot of Miami cats on that team.
yeah, so that just shows you. I mean, like the talent that Miami has, and that's all. It's all over college football. Like you think of some of the best players in college football usually are from Miami. I mean,
Yeah.
I think like Jeremiah Smith and all these guys. Like if just think if all those guys are on that same team right now, like I don't even think it's fair, really.
Oh yeah, they
But
be steamrolling. They-
you know,
Yeah, they
exactly.
rolling right through. Yeah, they be rolling
Yeah.
right through that thing. Yeah,
Yeah, so
but
like I
man,
said, it sucks that we lost the championship, of course. But like I was telling everybody today, like this ain't the last you're gonna see in Miami. This they just getting started with it for real. Like
yeah,
they about to be one of them teams that you're gonna see in there every year because they building the team the right way, and They finally got the school support again, like they did in the
Right.
2000s, the early 2000s. So
Yeah.
I think you'll see a lot of us.
Now, another thing that I was hearing, of course, everybody start having they say everything is a narrative. Never, nothing is ever straight up. You know what I mean? Well, shouts out. Oh, your squad at Syracuse. Okay, y'all did do better. Did y'all fire that coach? Did they fire that coach over there?
Nah, they still got Fran
They
Brown. He's a,
still
he's a
got him.
solid coach. I like Fran Brown.
But yeah, a lot of people were saying, they spin the narrative. Oh, they had an old team. They had an old team. Indiana, the average was 23-year-old. But I'm telling people, so I looked it up. Miami's team averaged like 6 months older than their team.
Mhm.
What y'all just saying because of Malachi Tony, he's a bona fide real freshman. So y'all thinking, yeah, but the overall average, Miami had a little bit older team. But what I'm saying is, with that being said, all the guys coming in, all these older teams, guys staying in 24, 25, 26, 27. Um, do they need to have an age limit on this? Because at this point, y'all 24, 5, 26, y'all are supposed to be in the league technically. You're supposed to be in your prime at that point.
Yeah. Uh, I would say yeah. uh, you know, I mean, at some point you got to think like, hey, this guy's 27 years old. 28 years old. Like, come on now, you got to go do something else. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm all for like if injuries happen. Okay, you get the red shirt. If something major happens after that, like something life changing to where you couldn't play ball or something like that, I understand. But when you're 26, 27 years old, like
Come on, big dog.
I
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think you milking it at that point. And don't get me wrong, I get it. With the NIL, you know, most likely if you're that old, you're not going to the NFL anyway. So it, you're like, if I can get paid to play football for as long as I can, I'm gonna do it. So
Yeah.
I see why they do it, but like you said, it just comes to a point where you know, that's a little old. You know, especially like I said, the guys are getting better. These young guys, like you're gonna start seeing a lot more 17-year-olds coming
Yeah.
in and like being an impact. You know, now you got guys out here that's gonna be 25, 26 years old and they playing against them. I mean, as you
Like
see, I
you're
mean, it
supposed
don't
to.
matter for it don't matter for guys like Malachi Tony and stuff like that. Like, he a
Yeah.
beast, like,
Right.
but it's just like I don't know. I don't like that. I think they got there's a reason why they got weight classes. Is a reason why you couldn't play high school ball when you was in elementary. I mean, they wouldn't
Yeah.
let you play.
Yeah.
So I just feel like gets out of hand a little bit.
A little bit. Because like I said, yeah, you 24, 5, and 6. Yeah, you playing against 17, 18, 19-year-olds, you're supposed to dominate. That's not even close.
Mm.
On the strength level. Like, no, that's grown man. Y'all ain't fully developed yet, but like, hey. But I'm
Yeah.
saying is this: if y'all gonna keep letting it go on, just fuck it then. Take away the eligibility to shit. However long y'all want to keep me here. At this point, like
It's
do away
just
with the
bad.
eligibility. They already finding every way, and they suing trying to get eligibility, just like Trinidad Chalmers. They done told him no 3 times. They still finna appeal that. He gonna end up getting another year. You know what I'm saying? It's look, bro, go to the league. You might can get more money, but to your point, they might not pan out in the league. They might not have that same type of confidence. They're like, let me get this money over here while I can, because as soon as I touch the field, I'm gonna be playing ass back,
Hmm.
and that's get
And
your
another and
ass
another
back over
thing,
there, son.
And another thing, it's kind of off topic, but it's kind of on the same thing, like with the NIL thing. Coaches, stop being hypocrites when it comes to these players. When you're
Mm,
going out in these portals and you go and you're grabbing these so-called gems that you're finding and you're taking them away from these little schools can't go and say, "Oh, we're going to sue you for trying to take our player."
right,
No, like you know, now all these schools are coming out and they're trying to sue these players, but in actuality, you can't sue somebody because it's supposed to it's not pay for play, right? You
right.
can't you're not paying them for their it's not a athlete it's not a
A
pay
contract.
it's not a
Yeah,
contract. You
yeah.
you have name, image, and likeness. So
Well, it's
when
a
you're trying to
contract, but
block
not a per game contract like that.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
not a
So like I
yeah,
said, so either are you paying the guys to play or what? You know? Obviously you are. I mean, that's
yeah.
obvious. But, you know, I'm just seeing a lot of hypocrites out there, you know. We already getting hated on by getting our next quarterback, but it don't matter. We're getting them anyway. Um, but yeah, Lane Kiffin, he's tampering all over the place. You don't ever hear his name.
Yeah, he is going crazy. Yeah,
Yeah, so I mean,
that man Lane is he out there tripping.
but yeah, like the situation with Washington, that's terrible. Kid don't want to be there. Obviously, he got a better deal somewhere else. They forced him
He
to
ended up having to
stay.
go back. Yeah, I was gonna say he understand, but yeah, that was $5 million though. Like, bruh, I done paid you five of them things. You playing for
Yeah,
me.
but that's what they said. But look, he got offered.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so obviously he got something better than 5 million somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah, he probably did. That check probably they probably look, we'll give you 8-9 over here. But look, you already
Yeah,
signed on a dollar amount. You already signed on a dollar line, man. Yeah, you got to go
yeah.
ahead and you gotta take care of that.
But see, that's the thing. He didn't sign to be on their roster.
He didn't sign for the roster. He signed name, image, and likeness. Like, look,
That's what he. That's what he signed.
I can go promote over here at this other school. This product, I'm just promoting this product
That's all it is. But you
or
know,
whatever you got me promoting.
hmm
Yeah, that touche. Yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
that's just how. But I don't know. That's another thing. But they definitely need an age limit.
yeah, I definitely agree with that. They for sure need an age limit. Now, I understand Fernando Mendoza. He had a Cinderella run, undefeated season. Shouts out to the Hoosiers. But I've been seeing some holes in these playoff games. Um, just by watching it. Like, he didn't really play a great game last night, and I don't know how he got the MVP for doing that run. That's it. I mean, if you the Raiders, are you really just ready to go pull the trigger on him for the number one, or how you feeling about that?
I don't know. You know, I think I've been on record with it. I mean, I think he's a solid quarterback. I just don't think he's worthy of a number one pick of a. You know, like that's our franchise quarterback. I don't see that. You know, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
obviously he's a good college quarterback. That's what he is. We've seen it a
Right.
million times, but I don't see him being a superstar franchise quarterback. I just don't see it with him. You know, um, and he's not gonna have the luxury of just coming in and sitting and sitting. Like he's gonna have to play right away. You didn't have one
Yeah.
pick. You got to come in and play. You know, Uh, but and that's gonna be a
Unless
tough
they going
place.
I was just gonna say, are they gonna let or are they gonna let him sit back up Geno for a few games, 4 or 5 games, then toss him in there? I mean,
Now,
they still owe Geno guarantee money too. So I mean, I haven't. It's still early, but they haven't talked about trading him yet or getting off him. So
yeah,
are they still gonna just throw him right in? You think?
Yeah, I mean, you know what comes with being the number one pick. I mean, you're the guy. That's just it. Like they're not gonna walk you in. They're not gonna hold your hand. You got to come right in, and you expect it to be the guy.
Yeah, they ready
That's
for you,
it.
man. Yeah. Okay.
You know, like I said, look at
Yeah.
Cam Ward. No help on offense, but it doesn't matter. You got to get out there.
Yeah, he got baptized through fire. That's for real. That's what you
That's
call
it.
baptized through fire. Yeah.
Like you got to get out there and play. That's it. There's nothing you can't do anything, or you can't. Oh, we going to this. Nah, you got to play. And it's terrible because they're going to be bad for a little bit. You know, they're going to be bad for
Yeah.
quite
Yeah.
some time. So it's not one person can change a football team.
No, absolutely not. But yeah, like I said, but I don't know. Maybe if they put him and Genty together, and if they're gonna draft more offensive linemen, well, they really got to address that, or the Raiders
Oh yeah,
just y'all just still backpedaling.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
they definitely got to get that together, or like I said, it's gonna be another
Mm,
2-14, 3-13 type season. You know.
yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah. Speaking of Mendoza, I see his little brother left the Hoosiers this morning. Transferred out.
oh yeah, he had to
transferred
get
to
that natty.
transferred. Yeah, transferred to Georgia Tech right after.
Yeah, he was there just to get that old natty, bro. It's like, look, just chill. We're gonna get this natty, and then you can get on hop in that portal because he was already there, back up. He was already there, backing up for 2 years already. Like then your big bro come in and start over you. You done rolled the bench for 3 years, man. Yeah,
Yeah, I seen that. I was like, oh man, well, time to go.
yeah. He had to get that natty up out of there, and then he had to dip. No, yeah.
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's crazy, man. Uh, wow, boys. But I definitely think they should have some. They should have some concerns. Me
Oh
personally,
yeah.
yeah, I definitely think like we need to reevaluate. Man, do we really want him at one? I mean, like, do we need to? We do. I mean, we already got a first round pick. We trying to build around Genty. He needs some offensive linemen.
I mean, like just yeah, just take it last night's game for. I mean, you seen what Mesidor and Bain did to him. Okay,
Yeah,
granted, Mesidor and Bain. I mean, Bain is the best defensive player in college football, but you had a quote unquote a great offensive line there in Indiana. You're not gonna have that with the Raiders. You were
no,
running for your life last night. Like I don't know, man. I think I think it can get ugly for you for real, honestly. But I don't know, man.
yeah, it's gonna get ugly, dog. Yeah, I don't know. If I'm the Raiders, like I said, I back up off of it and sit my cup down if I was y'all. But we're gonna see. On to the NBA, man. Look, big dog, he's still doing his thing, but he didn't make to be a starter this year. Still made it. But how you feeling about that? Shabron had been an all-star starter. I mean, I would say this one. I'm gonna get my answer first before
Mm,
I look. Okay, now by them not letting him be the starter, this tells me that this not going to be his last season.
mm.
That I mean that right there. Like, yeah, if this is his last go around, they're gonna make sure he is starter, just like they did all the other big names like Dirk, Kobe, D Wade, all of MJ, yeah, all the top when this was their last go around. Yeah, all right, you're gonna be a starter, but he's a reserve, whatever the case may be, and I'm cool with that. Just like I said, because it's tough in the West. You know what I mean? It's tough in the West. It's tough in the East. Ant didn't make it either. So I mean, the starter. So what I'm saying? It's tough. Um, but what you think about that?
Um, no, 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 no. He should be a starter. I tried to,
Try to rationalize.
yeah, I tried to weed it out. Like, and I get it. Like, yeah, there's some deserving players, but then again, I'm like, no, it's not because you know, I don't know. I just feel like they don't put as much work in as he has, and like I said, it's 23. He got his 23 patch. He's the only
Mm-hmm.
player he got a patch. I mean, like, games in LA. Like,
Mm.
come on, man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, that
like,
part too. That part too. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, yeah.
and
I'll start
and
amazing
and
anyway.
he's still playing. It's
Yeah,
not like he's like limping around. You know, he's playing back to backs. Some nights he still look like the fastest guy on the court. Crazy, you know. But obviously, can he do the same things that he used to do? No. But he's still an efficient basketball player, and he still play the game the right way. And he's still a dog. You know,
yeah,
and he should not be. Okay, I'll be so called realistic. He shouldn't be a top 15 player in the NBA right now.
hmm.
He shouldn't be,
No,
but he is. So I mean, I feel like as long as he's in the league, you know, and there's nothing crazy out there, which is I don't see nothing crazy out there. I've seen it all before. I mean, he should be a starter. That's just how I feel.
I can dig it.
But but I mean, we as fans care about that more than he does. And that's just
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah. I will.
But
Yeah,
you know, but hey, and we'll see. We'll see what happens on the day of. You know, because
right. Somebody
these
might
guys
bounce
got a
out,
lot of
drop out.
yeah.
Yeah.
These guys they got a lot of respect for LeBron, no matter how the media tries to paint it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he got a lot of respect around the league. Um,
Right. If
and that
somebody
comes
gonna give
from
up
the
the
that
spot,
comes from the top players. That comes from the
right?
top players down to the bottom. They got
Yeah.
respect for LeBron. So we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. We gonna see. Like I said, we gonna see. And then, man, like I said, I seen today, Jalen Brunson and they had a players only meeting. It's too early in the
Mm,
season for this shit, Mike Brown. It's too early in the season, dog. This your first year. Y'all already having player only meetings. It's not looking good. You see how it ended for you in Sacramento last year. You got ran up out of there mid-season, fired after you did practice, and you did media. They walked you in the back room and fired you after that. That was cold. But
Cold
man,
blooded.
yeah, he calling out Cat in the media. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, Cat hasn't been looking as good as he did previous years. This year, I don't know if it's the scheme, how they're trying to run things or not, but the way things are looking right now, this is what the question: do you think Mike Brown will make it to the end of the year?
Um, I had to say no about how things are going right now. I mean, if they don't turn around, especially with just how the East was perceived to be before the season started. The Celtics, they didn't think they would be there. People didn't think the Celtics would be there. Um, you know, this was supposed to be literally like the Knicks were supposed to be the big dogs of the East this year. Like,
Yep. The
but
Pacers dismantled Halliburton out. Yeah, they were supposed to come in, be the favorites, and now they've been playing bad basketball this past month, 2 month, month and a half. It's like I said, it's not looking good. Cat looks out of
yeah,
sorts out there.
yeah. So it's just like
Everything is looking forced. It's not flowing. You know what I mean? It's not. It's ugly. It's ugly basketball.
yeah, definitely underachieving. I would say that MLK game, man.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
see why they would have a meeting. You losing to Dallas like that, that's a problem.
Yeah, they was going crazy on them boys. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think Mike Brown is a good coach. I just think that, but that's the thing. You can't be a one sided coach. Like if you're gonna coach, you gotta coach basketball. You can't say, "Oh, well, this guy's a defensive guy." Like I always hated that. Like,
Yeah. One side. Yeah,
eh,
I
like
thought you were a basketball coach. You coached the whole game, both sides. Like, what do you mean? Yeah, just same thing like with the two-way player shit.
yeah, like yeah, he might be better at defense, but you got to be able to, you know, you, you got to be able to coach ball. Like,
Yeah.
but I think he's a good coach though. The tough situations, especially with Sacramento,
Yeah,
but
me
there's no
personally,
no
yeah.
excuse, no excuse here in with New York though.
Yeah.
He ain't got no
Yeah, they
excuse.
don't. Yeah, I was gonna say they're not playing that like Sacramento.
Mm-mm.
Yo, leash is shorter in New York. Nah, man, just
Yeah.
like I said, it might be here in a couple weeks here. Like I said, they already having player only meetings. Yeah, bro, it's looking like it might be curtains for you, big dog.
Hmm.
Yeah. Hmm. But yeah, man, other bullshit situations. We got the thing with uh the shit with Jonathan Kaminga and the Golden State, Steve Kerr, that whole situation. You know, Richard Jefferson said this.
People, and
I don't
again,
even look in the chat. I look at it.
That's good. That's good,
That's
Perk. You
good.
stay
I
out
like
there.
to keep my
There's,
sentence.
wait. There's a couple of people in here that's like, oh, Steve Kerr, and it's like, hey, look, you in the wrong chat if you're gonna be talking bad about Steve Kerr. Let me just be very, very clear. Maybe you can get Kirk's chat. You
They
can
can have
get
no opinion.
It's not the
First
right
of all,
one.
It's not the right one. That's what I'm trying. This is what I'm trying to say. Steve Kerr is one of the best coaches in the league. If you guys want to, if the argument is Steve Kerr versus Kaminga, and y'all are trying to choose like that dynamic, let me help you out. Steve Kerr is one of the best coaches in this league. He's been proven a winner. The man's got what, 10 championships? Shut up. If you think you know more than somebody with 10 championships as a player, played with Michael Jordan, played with Tim Duncan, multiple iterations of this Warriors team. If you think you know more than that man and his experience, then we can't have a conversation. I'm not saying he's perfect. But who you gonna go get with a better resume?
Can I add context?
That being said,
You
how you
good?
think Golden State handling this situation?
Um, Yeah, I mean, I get where Richard Jefferson is coming from with the whole, the resume thing, but that don't mean that he can't be playing this situation wrong. That has nothing to do with how he's handling this situation. And I can pretty sure, like, anybody who knows basketball, just watches basketball, like Jonathan Kuminga should be playing on that team. Like,
Yeah.
they could use Kuminga, like. But I don't know. Like I said, obviously it's has something to do with that's not basketball because I
Yeah.
don't see any other reason why he wouldn't, be not playing on that team. But it's 30 other teams I know that could use Jonathan Kuminga, so you know.
And then this
Um,
too. With him, I think he being too damn calm and nice and gentleman-like, too
mhm,
professional. At this point,
mhm,
they done damn near says you a shit. You a shit.
mhm,
You know how
mhm,
they doing you? They devaluing your trade. Yeah,
mhm.
at this point, I'm saying something. Like, nah, this is bullshit. I gotta speak up for myself at some point. Or you just gonna let this narrative ride that you whatever they're trying to push that good, like hell no. I'm trying to get out here on the court. They just not playing me. Or say something,
Yeah,
demand to be put like you finally demanded a trade, but like, damn, they've been sullying your name, talking bad on you all this whole time, sitting you out, saying basically blaming you for their struggles, trying to scapegoat you. Fuck that.
yeah. And Richard Jefferson, like, I get it. Steve Kerr is a guy, but he's when it comes to like coaching, I mean, don't get me wrong. People don't say Steve Kerr's name like that. Like, he's good for what he's doing in Golden State. Don't get me wrong. They run a good system over there, but coaching, he's had a lot of talent. And don't get me wrong, all good coaches have a lot of talent.
Yeah,
That's why they win a lot of games. But
true.
you know, he's not doing what an Eric Spoelstra can do. He's not on that level. He's not doing what a Ty Lue could do as far as like in game, all that. It's just it's not the same. I've seen him coach those championship teams, and he's not coaching them. He's just there. Like, it got so bad to where like they were just taking turns of people. Steve Kerr was sitting down and Draymond Green was coaching the team. Like, it was bad,
Yeah, when they
But
were
like
when they
I
was
said,
winning them championships, he didn't have to do much. He didn't have to do nothing. They was out here sparking shit down. I mean, you had to just been you had to been nobody to not get some rings out of those teams. Yeah.
yeah. So like I said, don't get me wrong. I'm sure he's a good coach, you know, but he's more of a motivational guy. It's
Mm,
not he's not an X's and O's guy. He's not. They run their system, and that's what it is. If they can't run that, then you see what's going on. They don't have the personnel.
yeah.
So I get what you're saying, Richard, but at the same time, don't try to fool people.
Yeah, and like to your point, yeah, I'm like so for his credentials, yeah, he got the 10 championships, player, coach, absolutely. But also ain't nobody perfect. You just fucked
Mm-mm.
up in this sense right here, Steve Kerr.
That's
Y'all
all.
not doing this right. Yeah. Y'all not handling this
Yeah.
situation correctly. But like I said, two things
Hmm.
can't be true. You can have all these accolades, great coach, doing all this, whatever the case may be. But in this situation right here, you fucked this up.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And with that, dog, we're gonna get up on out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's been real with y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like, share, subscribe. To live with you guys next time. And this your boy Champ and Almighty Shoes. We are the nation of conversation. And you remember when you see that B, you know it's we, and we out.
Peace.